Hello everybody! Thank you once again for coming to the Stay In. We've just opened the doors here at the Stay In for another Friday night. I can see we've got quite a few of you logging on, starting to have a chat already. Got your drinks in front of you. Danny with a jar of cockles there. Fantastic. Have all sorts going on in the Stay In, don't we? So we've got Bob is having a quick one in the lugger. Lovely little pub down there, isn't it? Yeah, have one for me while you're there. Switch my volume on. It's flashing up that I've got volume here, Graham. Can nobody hear me? Let me try this. Is that any better? Hoping for a comment from somebody. All gone quiet. Oh dear, this is like happening again like before, isn't it? Oh, it's all good over there. Brilliant. Whew. There we go. I can hear me. That's fine. Oh, scared me there, Craig. Where was I? Right. Yes, we're all here in the Stay In, and it is our special Christmas jumper edition. So you've all been sending in pictures of Christmas jumpers. Or not all of you, some of you have. Thank you those of you who are brave enough to share your Christmas jumpers. I will start by sharing my Christmas jumper with you. If you didn't see it posted on social media earlier, I've got to do a bit of climbing for this. Hang on. There we go. Here's my Christmas jumper, Rudolph. And of course, he is pointing the way to the pub. There you go, Rudolph pointing the way to the pub, and here we are in our own special Stay In pub. So, my phone's been going off all day with pictures from you guys of your Christmas jumpers. We haven't done one of these sharing for pictures for a while, have we? But here we are. So here are some of the ones that have come through to me. Lots of snazzy Christmas jumpers in there from some familiar faces. There are some, of course, which stood out for me. So, thank you to all those who have sent in. We've got Matt and Lisa there, haven't we? We've got Edinburgh Crew, Jane. We've got Colin and Carol. We've got Mum and Dad. Graham and Alison. We've got Amy. And we've got the Woodhill Wandering. Player down this week. I've seen it in the chat as well. Leeds United take precedence over the Stay In, apparently. I think it was Leeds United, wasn't it? There you go. Those are our fantastic Christmas jumpers. But two that stood out. Simon from the Manor. I'm going to have to just shuffle over this side. Has sent in a picture of his Christmas jumper. Here's his Christmas jumper. There you go. Very clever there, Simon. A Christmas jumper for you. And then the cute factor has to go. Thank you very much, Amy, for Albus Dumbledore there with his Christmas jumper on, sitting in front of the tree there. So thank you very much. Wins the cuteness award. Not that I will ever put my dog in a jumper, but there you go. Talking of dogs, that picture actually inspired me to do a dog round tonight. So your picture ad is all about dogs, if you've had a look on the social media. So you will have 9 dogs on there for you to identify. So they're up on the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll also put them up during the halftime interval as per usual. So yeah, if you have a guess, well maybe you don't need a guess. But who are these 9 famous dogs is what I would like to know in the picture round. And you've got all evening to have a go at those. Yeah, so I've done a lot of talking. Still quite panicked over that sound issue. That didn't seem to be a sound issue. Evening to those just joining us. Chris has been eaten live by his cat. Oh, very interesting. Are you tasty or not? We've got Pebbles are here. We've got Lisa, Matt and Gordon here. Excellent. Cheers everybody joining us. Still going through my Castle Brewery crepe that I had. Yeah, some more hopefully arriving next week, some different beers for next week. But there you go. So tonight's quiz, I haven't told you the rounds yet, have I? just before we get started. So we had a request for a Harry Potter round. We've got a Harry Potter round up first for you. Then we're moving on to round 2 is magic, to link in with Harry Potter. Then of course we'll have our little interval. And then round 3, I can't remember which way we're on it. Oh yeah, because it's Christmas jumper day, round 3 is all about jumpers. There you go, that should be an interesting one. And then we end with round 4 as famous returns, after a news story which I read about yesterday. So those will be your rounds this evening. Harry Potter round. If any of you are Harry Potter super fans, shall I say, there will be a bonus round with more difficult Harry Potter questions, which I need to just pop online for you once I've recorded it. I was going to do it but ran out of time before this because I had so many pictures to share, which is brilliant. Yes, so if you're a Harry Potter super fan, there's some harder questions coming. They all seem quite hard to me, but they might be easy to you. Who knows? Anyway, are we all ready for some questions? I've done my talking for a while, so are we ready for some questions? Let me know, and I'll just lubricate my vocal cords a little bit more before we begin. There we go. Danny loves Potter. Excellent. I've just realised, Danny, your pictures, I didn't put them on, did I? I had them saved in a different file because they came through differently. Oh, sorry, Danny. If I can get them on half time, I will do for you. You shared your Christmas jumpers, didn't you? Oh, goodness. I had a nagging feeling I'd missed somebody. Anyway, I've got lots of ready. So, round 1, Harry Potter, as requested by Amy. Happy birthday. First happy birthday of the evening to Amy. Once again, happy birthday. I don't know how many times I've said it to you today, and the kids have. But there you go. Happy birthday. Here is your Harry Potter round. Question 1 in the Harry Potter round. How many books are there in the Harry Potter series? I'm not talking of any spin-off books or anything, just in the original Harry Potter series, how many books are there? Question 2. How many films have been released in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter franchise? How many films have been released in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter franchise? They're coming, Colin, don't worry. I said I've got more happy birthdays to do. Well, that was the first of the happy birthdays. Question 3. Here's another numbers one for you. So, Harry Potter lives with the Dursley family. At what number Privet Drive do the Dursleys live at? At what number Privet Drive do the Dursleys live? Question 4. What is Harry Potter's middle name? Is it Jack, John, or James? What is Harry Potter's middle name? Is it Jack, John, or James? Question 5. The Hogwarts Express, which takes the children to Hogwarts School, departs from platform 9 3/4 of which London station? The Hogwarts Express, which takes the children to Hogwarts, departs from platform 9 3/4 at which London station? Question 6. Hedwig is Harry Potter's owl. What I would like to know is what breed of owl is Hedwig? Harry Potter's pet Hedwig is an owl, and I would like to know what breed of owl is Hedwig? Question 7. The Harry Potter series of books was written by J.K. Rowling. What do the initials J.K. stand for? And there is a point each for them. The Harry Potter, the books were written by J.K. Rowling. What do the initials J.K. stand for? Okay, 1 point for the J, 1 point for the K. Question 8. Who is the head teacher of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? Who is the head teacher at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? Question 9. From what type of wood is Harry Potter's wand made? From what type of wood is Harry Potter's wand made? And your final Harry Potter question is another multiple choice one. In what year was the first Harry Potter book published? And it is either 1995, 1997 or 1999. What year was the first Harry Potter book published? 95, 97 or 99? Go. So that is the Harry Potter round done and dusted, unless you're going to join me for the bonus superfan round later on. I'll just give you a moment to finalise any answers before we move on to our second round. I've just got to go and pick up my next beer because I didn't load them up next to me tonight. So I'll be back in a few seconds. Back and raring to go. So hopefully you've survived that Harry Potter round. It's one of those things, you either love it or hate it, don't you? And from talking to the test teams, it took us a while to absolutely nail down where to pitch that round. First of all, it was too general and everyone was getting 10 out of 10. Then it was too hard, so I think we've settled somewhere in the middle. So thank you, test teams, for helping me out there. Let's move on to round 2. So round 2 is our magic round. Before we do that, though, we said happy birthday to Amy for the Harry Potter round. This round, my second birthday of the evening, I'm going to say a happy birthday to my granny. I know she's not joining in, but let's all raise a glass to Granny B. Happy birthday, Granny B. There you go, we've all had a drink for her. Thank you, Danny. I'm glad you enjoyed that round. But round 2 is our magic round, linking to that Harry Potter round there. So, question 1 in the magic round. Which confectionery company make the Black Magic selection of chocolates? Which confectionery company make the Black Magic selection of chocolates? Question 2. Which band had a #1 album and a top 5 single with It's a Kind of Magic? That was in 1986. So which band had a #1 album and a top 5 single with It's a Kind of Magic in 1986? There we go, it's slipping down quite nicely on a Friday night. The only thing about hosting an online quiz, you have to pour your own drinks, not just shout across to the bar. Question 3. Orlando Magic are a professional sports team in which sport? Orlando Magic are a professional sports team in which sport? Question 4. Which famous magicians do amateurs try to trick in the TV show Fool Us? Which famous magicians do amateurs try to trick in the TV show Fool Us? Question 5. In the 2012 film of the same name, what is Magic Mike's profession? In the 2012 film of the same name, what is Magic Mike's profession? Question 6. Which magician shares his name with a Charles Dickens novel? Which magician shares his name with a Charles Dickens novel? What's that? Question 2. I'm going to quickly go back for you. Question 2. Which band had a #1 album and a top 5 single with It's a Kind of Magic in 1986? It's a Kind of Magic, #1 album, top 5 single for which band? Hey, number 7. In which UK town would you find the excuse me? In which UK town would you find the UK's first magic roundabout, a junction constructed of 5 mini roundabouts? In which UK town would you find the UK's first magic roundabout, a junction constructed of 5 mini roundabouts? Other magic roundabouts do exist. This was the original one, I believe. Can we have 4 again, please? Oh, I'm going backwards and forwards here. Question 4 for you, Chris. Which famous magicians do amateurs try to trick in the TV show Fool Us? And question 8, talking of magic roundabouts. What is the name of the moustached man who operates the magic roundabout in the children's TV series? What is the name of the moustached man who operates the magic roundabout in the children's TV series? Backwards and forwards now. What's this one? Question 1. I'll do it at the end of the round for you, because that's on a different sheet of paper. I'll go back to question 1 for your repeat there, Helene. Question 9. Which author wrote the Magic Faraway Tree stories? Which author wrote the Magic Faraway Tree stories? And question 10 in the Magic Round. Which girl band had a 2015 hit with the song Black Magic? Which girl band had a 2015 hit with the song Black Magic? I'm just finding it out where my question was. There you go. And the repeat for question 1 was, which confectionery company makes the Black Magic selection of chocolates? So Black Magic chocolates for question 1 and Black Magic the song for question 10. So there we go, we've got through Harry Potter. Happy birthday to Amy. We've got through Magic. Happy birthday to Granny B. We've got more birthdays coming up afterwards. It's a day of lots of birthdays. Yeah, so thank you very much for sticking with me through those rounds. As always now, it is about 8:30, so we're going to have a quick break before we go through the answers to those first 2 rounds. So you can top up your drinks if you haven't already, like I have. Visit facilities, get a snack, whatever you need to do, and as always, argue with your teammates about the answers. So I will put up the famous dogs picture round for you, so that you can have a crack at that during the halftime interval, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Speak to you soon. Okay, I am back from my little trip to the snack cupboard here in the Stay In. So yes, I'm back and ready to go with the next, also not the next round, with the answers. I'm really not with it tonight at all, am I? I think it's been a long week. I spent the whole day filming nativity plays and things. Brain's just not in it at the moment. But here I come back anyway. Yeah, so yeah, quite a few of us been filming nativities and Christmas performances this week. So anyone who is, yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I spent all day with a camera. It seems like a Hollywood epic, but there you go. Whether it will turn out to be any good or not remains to be seen when I edit it together, but we will see. So yeah, I hope you've all come back now that you've heard my voice. So we can go through the answers to those first two rounds, the Harry Potter round and the Magic round. So yeah, let's go straight into the answers for the Harry Potter round. So question 1. There are 7 books in the Harry Potter series, and I'm sure some of you could reel them all off. Question 2. There are 10 films in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter franchise. 1 for each book, apart from Deathly Hallows, which has 2, so that takes you up to 8. And then there are 2 Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them films, which takes you up to 10. Question 3. Dursleys live at number 4 Privet Drive. Question 4. Harry Potter's middle name is James. Question 5. Platform 9 3/4. That's at King's Cross Station. Question 6. Harry Potter's owl Hedwig. That is a snowy owl. Question 7. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter. What do the initials J.K. stand for? So you get 1 point for Joanne and a second point for Kathleen. Right. Her name is actually just Joanne, but Kathleen is, let's say, a grandparent's name or something that they added in when they published it. They wanted initials rather than a name, so it didn't sound like a woman was writing a book aimed at boys, apparently. I learned a lot this week. But 1 point for Joanne, 1 point for Kathleen. Question 8. The head teacher at Hogwarts is Albus Dumbledore. Question 9. Harry Potter's wand is made from elder. And the first Harry Potter book was published in 1997. There you go. Round 2 is the Magic round. Question 1. The Black Magic selection of chocolates is made by Nestle. Question 2. The band who had the album and single called It's a Kind of Magic was Queen. 3. Orlando Magic, they're a professional basketball team. Question 4. The famous magicians which amateurs try to trick in Fool Us are Penn and Teller. Question 5. Magic Mike's profession, well, he is a stripper. Question 6. The magician who shares his name with a Charles Dickens novel is David Copperfield. Question 7. The UK's first magic roundabout is in Swindon. Oh, well over 40 years, nearly 50 years old by now, I think. Question 8. The moustached man who operates the magic roundabout in the TV series is Mr. Rusty. Question 9. Enid Blyton wrote the Magic Faraway Tree stories. And question 10. The girl band who had a hit with Black Magic was Little Mix. Hang on, let me just see here. Answer to question 1 in the Magic round is Nestle. There you go, Kai. Nestle make the Black Magic chocolates. Yes, if you'd like to total up, let me know how you are doing after those 2 rounds. Test teams were kind of 13 to 15 on them after we made our changes to them. So yeah, how are you doing this week so far? When I have another quick drink. Here we go, scores coming in. 16, excellent score. Already beating the test teams. Not that the winner is whoever has the most points. It's whoever has the most fun, isn't it? Dang, 19! Wow! Fantastic score. This may be a week when you beat the Morgans. If you can keep this up, of course. Yeah, good scores coming in so far. Well done. Well, next round is going to be about jumpers, since it's Christmas Jumpers Day. Oh, we've got more 15s and 16s coming in. There you go. Oh, very close. 17 for Colin, 15 for Quirky on 20. It's the Tribune 4, isn't it? Oh, not at 14. Mana up there. I've got a miserable 30. That's in line with the test teams, though. As I say, over half marks. I'd be happy with that. So I'm sure more are going to flash up as I'm moving on. But we're going to move to round 3, which is all about jumpers, seeing as we are wearing our Christmas jumpers here. So they're not necessarily all about jumpers that you wear, as will become clear, of course. So round 3 jumpers, question 1. Who is the only horse to have won the Grand National 3 times? Who is the only horse to have won the Grand National 3 times? Question 2. Which long jumper won Olympic gold on Super Saturday in 2012? Which long jumper won Olympic gold on Super Saturday in 2012? Question 3. There's a bit of a debate about this with some of the test teams. Which mischievous child wears a red and black hooped jumper? Which mischievous child wears a red and black hooped jumper? Oh goodness, I forgot the happy birthday for this round. Oh, I'm really sorry. So we've got another happy birthday to do. Just look at my notes, I completely skipped over it. So I'm going to raise a glass and say happy birthday to Vicky, university friend. So happy birthday, Vicky. I know you're not joining in live, but you're catching up tomorrow. So yes, happy birthday to you. Let's raise a glass to Vicky. There you go. Whew, that's 3 birthdays done. Let's not forget the others. Question 4, after that interlude. The longest observed jump made by an animal was over 15 meters long. Which animal made this leap? The longest observed jump made by an animal was over 15 meters long. Which animal made this jump? Graham scores just come in 17. Well done, Graham, there. Question 5. Which show jumper became Britain's oldest gold medalist since 1908 when he won individual gold at the 2016 Rio Olympics? Which show jumper became Britain's oldest gold medalist since 1908 when he won individual gold at the 2016 Rio Olympics? Question 6. Michael Edwards was the birth name of which infamous jumper? Michael Edwards was the birth name of which infamous jumper? Question 7. Which insect and parasite can jump over 220 times its own body length? That's the equivalent of a human jumping nearly 400 meters. Which insect and parasite can jump over 220 times its own body length? The equivalent of a human jumping over 400 meters. Question 8. Dick Fosbury is a jumper associated with which athletic sport? Or athletic event, sorry. Dick Fosbury is a jumper associated with which athletic event? My phone just started buzzing away. Half-time scores coming in. Question 9. Which of the Shetland Islands is traditionally associated with woolen jumpers? Which of the Shetland Islands is traditionally associated with woolen jumpers? And finally, question 10 in the jumpers round. Barmaid Sarah Ann Henley is the first recorded person to have survived after jumping from which West Country landmark? Barmaid Sarah Ann Henley is the first recorded person to have survived after jumping from which West Country landmark? There you go, 10 questions about jumpers on our Christmas jumper edition of the Stay In quiz there. So we've just got one final round to go, which is the famous returns round. I like to be topical. The first two questions are about announcements that have been made quite recently, which are quite exciting to me. Right, so I think that's given you a little bit of time just to sort out any answers for that third round there, the jumpers round. So I'm ready to move on to the famous returns round, all about people who have returned to something, made comebacks, along those lines. So question 1. It was announced yesterday that which actor would be returning to the role of Indiana Jones for the next instalment in the film series. It was announced yesterday that which actor would be returning to the role of Indiana Jones for the next instalment in the film series. Question 2. And this is the bit that really got me excited. So in the same announcement, Warwick Davis was confirmed to be reprising his role in a TV remake of which fantasy film? In the same announcement, Warwick Davis has been confirmed to be reprising his role in a TV remake of which fantasy film? Very, very exciting. And here we go, question 3. But before question 3, we have another happy birthday to do. So, as I'm just about to open this bottle, I'm going to raise a whole bottle, there you go, to my brother Chris. Happy birthday. Which way do I need it? Happy birthday, Chris. Another birthday. I believe you're joining in the quiz for the first time in quite a while. So, happy birthday to you. Hope you've had a great day. And cards are on the way, but Royal Mail have been delayed by all of our online shopping, so I don't know if they've got there. But happy birthday, Chris. Here is a question for you. Question 3. Which Manchester United player announced his retirement in May 2011, only to come out of retirement in January 2012 and play a further season and a half for United. Bit wordy, isn't it? Which Manchester United player announced his retirement in May 2011, only to come out of retirement in January 2012 and play a further season and a half for United? Oh, Jameson's for you now, Colin. Brilliant. I might have a bit of whiskey myself in a bit. There you go. Question 4. Who returned to the charts in 1993 after a 14-year absence with the number 1 hit, I'd Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That? Who returned to the charts in 1993 after a 14-year absence with the number 1 hit, I'd Do Anything for Love, But I Won't Do That? Let's open this beer now. Chris's beer, I'll call it. I'm working on getting you on the Christmas jumpers shown, Danny. I did try during half time. I haven't forgotten. I'm going to give it another play in our 2-minute interval. Question 5. Which BBC sitcom has made a recent return for some 10-minute specials which centre around the main character participating in Zoom calls? Which BBC sitcom has made a return recently for some 10-minute specials which centre around the main character participating in Zoom calls? Question 6. Who returned to tennis in 1995, 2 years after being stabbed by a spectator during a match? Who returned to tennis in 1995, 2 years after being stabbed by a spectator during a match? Question 7. Stephen Grover Cleveland is the only man to make a return to which political position? Stephen Grover Cleveland is the only man to make a return to which political position? Question 8. The longest wait for a film sequel is 54 years. The title character was played by Julie Andrews in 1964 and Emily Blunt in 2018. Who is the character in question? The longest wait for a film sequel is 54 years. The title character was played by Julie Andrews in 1964 and Emily Blunt in 2018. Who is the character in question? Question 9. Go Set a Watchman was the long-awaited sequel to which classic novel? Go Set a Watchman was the long-awaited sequel to which classic novel? And finally, question 10. Which king was the first to be crowned after the monarchy was restored after Puritan rule? So which king was the first to be crowned after the monarchy was restored after Puritan rule? Can I repeat question 6? Of course I can, Chris. Question 6 for you, Chris. Who returned to tennis in 1995, 2 years after being stabbed by a spectator during a match? So there we go. That is all the questions for tonight out of the way for you. Hope you've been enjoying the quiz so far. Happy birthday to all those people who I've said happy birthday to. As usual, I will be back with the answers to the picture round, the famous dogs. So make sure you've got those answers. And then rounds 3 and 4 in just a couple of minutes. What I'll do is I'll just flash up that picture round again. Just give you a few minutes just to sort out any answers that you need to. And then we can go through the answers to all of those. So let me find the dog pictures. Here you go, and I'll speak to you again in just a couple of minutes, Scuizzes. Okay, I am back ready to do the answers. But before we do the answers to this round, I think I have got it sorted for you, Danny. I click this button. There you go! So there you are, Danny, with your Christmas jumper, and there is Jackson as well, rocking out his Rudolph jumper and his Christmas gloves. So we did manage to get him on screen there. Oh, it took a lot of doing. It's quite difficult to get them on during the quiz, but I found out a way of doing it without flashing it up mid quiz for you. So there you go. Thank you, Danny, for sending those in, and sorry they didn't come on earlier. So we normally do the picture round answers now. So you've been looking at these 9 famous dogs, and you had to name these these 9 famous dogs. So I'm going to reveal your answers in just a few seconds. Here are your answers. Number 1 is Greyfriars Bobby. Number 2 is Slinky Dog from the Toy Story series. Number 3 is Wellard, the dog from EastEnders. Number 4 is Nasher. Number 5 is Lassie. 6 is Scooby-Doo. 7 is Pickles. World Cup is in the background there as a clue for you. 8 is Brian from Family Guy. And number 9, it's the HMV dog, and his name is Nipper. Did anybody get Nipper? There, that's what I'd be interested to know. So those are your dog names there for you. I should take those off in just a second. Make sure you've got those answers on. Here we go. I am back. There we go. Danny, I'm glad he is over the moon that his picture was shown on the Stay In quizzes. There you go. Let's crack on quite quickly with the answers. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind schedule today. I'm really not with it at all. I'm absolutely... I got Nipper, well done there. Yeah, absolutely shattered for some reason tonight. I'm not with it. But let's go through the answers, shall we? I've got another Harry Potter round to do in a minute as well. So round 3 was our jumpers round. Question 1. The only horse to have won the Grand National 3 times was Red Rum. Question 2. The long jumper who won Olympic gold on Super Saturday was Greg Rutherford. Question 3. The mischievous child who wears a red and black hooped jumper is Dennis the Menace. Question 4. The longest jump by an animal, just over 15 metres long, that was made by a snow leopard. Incredible leaps if you've ever seen one on a nature programme or whatever. Question 5. The oldest gold medalist for the UK was Nick Skelton. Question 6. Michael Edwards was the birth name of Eddie the Eagle. Question 7. The insect which can jump over 220 times its own body length is the flea. Question 8. Dick Fosbury is associated with the high jump. 9. The Shetland island traditionally associated with woolen jumpers is the Fair Isle. And question 10. The barmaid Sarah Ann Henley was the first recorded person to have survived a jump from the Clifton Suspension Bridge. And then round 4. Round 4. So yesterday it was announced that Harrison Ford would be reprising his role as Indiana Jones. Question 2. It was also confirmed that Warwick Davis would be returning in a TV remake of Willow. Very, very, very excited about this. Question 3. Chris, did you get this? That's what I want to know. The Manchester United player who retired in May 2011 and then came out of retirement just a few months later was Paul Scholes. Question 4. who returned to the charts with I'd Do Anything for Love, but I Won't Do That? It was Meatloaf. Question 5. The BBC sitcom that's made the return recently is Vicar of Dibley. Question 6. The tennis player who returned 2 years after being stabbed on court was Monica Seles. Question 7. Stephen Grover Cleveland. He's the only man to make a return as the President of the USA. Only man to have served non-consecutive terms. Oh, Chris got it right. Brilliant. Question 8. The longest wait for a film sequel is 54 years. And the character in question, played by Julie Andrews and Emily Blunt, is Mary Poppins. Question 9. Go Set a Watchman was the long-awaited sequel to Kill a Mockingbird. And question 10. The first king to be crowned after the monarchy was restored was King Charles II. So, how well have you done on the whole quiz? Yeah, how well have you done so far? Jang Long, I have got your message about Harry Potter and wands. So, yeah, apparently Harry Potter originally didn't have an Elder Wand, but he inherited it later. Even my Harry Potter super fan who checked it didn't pick up on that, so you must be a super fan. There you go. Oh, what's this? Chris got Cleveland as well. Well done, Chris. You're on form tonight. Well done. Happy birthday again. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the quiz tonight, despite me being a little bit off form. Right, we've got scores coming in. Oh, Woodhill wondering, can't manage. Peter can't manage on his own. Oh dear. So my family, I've got 38, we've got a 39 for Helene there. Got 40 for Matt and Lisa and Co. Well done. Test teams were scoring a little bit lower this week. What have we got? Kai got 37. Trevine 4 on 44. You are consistently scoring high at the moment, Trevine 4. Well done. Danny's 42. Have you beat the Morgans? Fingers crossed. Got 45 for Colin. Mary Jane's on a 41. I haven't actually prepared a tiebreaker for this week. Purely because I've got this extra Harry Potter round that I was doing. What's this? Top set of questions on jumpers for you, Graham. There you go. Well, funnily enough, that was the highest scoring round for the test teams. It all depends on what you know, doesn't it? Yeah, so I will be doing a Harry Potter round. Yeah, so I'll talk about that in just a moment. I'll just see more scores coming through. Harry Potter was a struggle for Bob. Oh dear. I said you either love it or you hate it, don't you? I would not have done too well. It's a draw with Danny and the Morgans. You'll have to do the Harry Potter bonus round to see who is the winner this week then, won't you? So can I remind you, just while I'm waffling on, that next week is the Merry Scuizzes Christmas quiz. So please let people know about this Christmas special quiz. Kai, great that you're coming back for the Christmas special next week. Lots of festive themes, questions, and just festivities in general, really. So please spread the word far and wide. Let's go out with a bang for 2020. It's been a bit of a strange year, really, but yeah, please come and join me for one final time in 2020 next Friday at 8 PM. Anybody who does get the emails from me, you'll have already received the link for that, but I will email it out again during the week, and it'll be on social media all the time. So yeah, come and join me next week. Anyone who wants a bonus Harry Potter round, I am going to record that very soon. I'll probably do it live actually. So if you keep an eye on the Scuizzes Facebook page, facebook.com/Scuizzes, in a few minutes I will post a link where I will be doing the Harry Potter bonus round for the super fans. So there you go. If you want to join in, just keep an eye out. Just for an extra 10 minutes of Harry Potter fun for you there. There you go. So we got message coming in. Oh dear, Malcolm didn't do too well. Oh, Helene, you can't join us next week. That is a shame, but you can always catch up on it. You don't have to watch it live. So if you do fancy joining in, just click on the link whenever it's convenient for you and you can join in. So, I will see, hopefully, lots of you next week for a Merry Christmas quiz, a Nadolig Lowen quiz. Malcolm, thank you for your Cornish there. And a Nadolig Lowen quiz for all of the Welsh contingent as well. So I'll leave you with this reminder of next week's quiz. And Harry Potter's, look out on Facebook for the link that you'll need. See you next week, Scuizzes.